Yes, you. April is here, and it is truly an opportunity to rise. We are so excited to share this message with you today. Good morning for those of you who are joining in live, for those of you who are watching the recording. April is here, and it is the beginning of the second quarter. And we're just curious, how are your New Year's resolutions going? For those of you who don't believe in New Year's resolutions, who actually just start off your year and you just get going on all of the beautiful things that you do with your life, how's that going? Oftentimes a lot of us put forth this idea of what it is that they want to achieve, and then they get into it. And as we all know, that what you actually don't aren't used to doing, you tend to like get into it and then you kind of just fall back to what you feel is normal and comfortable. And I want to talk about that today. I want to get into what it takes to actually make momentum happen with the goals that you have. And especially for those of you, and I'm hoping everyone who joins in on this community has a vision for your life, right? So that we all know, if you work for a corporation or if you work for any nonprofit that's been doing well and having, year over year opportunities of service, that it starts with a vision, right? Each organization starts with having a vision, right? And then from there, we have, of course, a mission and goals. I know there's no difference between a organization and a person. We all are here on assignment. A lot of us don't know our assignment. And my job is to help corporate women understand their assignment and get busy living their assignment. And that's the reason why we are talking about you coming in this quarter, in this moment, talking about, well, what is your vision? My vision is actually to reach 100,000 women to understand the Rise Advocates movement. We have 100,000 women who are going to understand the power of their voice. These are women who want to make a large impact in the world. These are women who live by the principle of spiritual, mental, and physical health. They work on it every day. They have a behind the scenes practice that they actually live every single day. They understand that they're on the path to power, purpose, and connection, that they connect with God every single day, that their wealth and their health are focused. And as a result, they have great relationships. You can always tell a Rise advocate because they're in their community doing great work. They're serving people, they're mentoring people, and they're actually living out the adult version of what it is they needed when they were young. This is a Rise Advocates woman. This is the declaration that I've put into the world. It's a ripple effect. It's the vision that I have put out here. And I'm going to tell you, once 2024 started, 2025, I think what year we're in, 2025 started, when you put forth a vision, sometimes it's hard to stay the course when you don't see the physical, tangible evidence of it. How many of you know what I'm talking about? When you don't actually see it in real time. You see, what I always profess, and I tell people that you have to pray and believe that things are already so, even if you cannot see the physical reality of it. And the reason is because it's already put in motion. Oftentimes, when you're out there and you're lifting weights, you don't see the results on your muscles, but it takes time for that muscle to actually build. And this is exactly what I know we all have to believe in when we set forth the vision. And I'll be honest with you, I've been at this whole Rise Advocates thing for some time, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I just don't know. Oh, it's hard, because when you are by yourself, it's hard to see it. But when you're in company with other people who are also setting forth a vision, it's easier to do. Am I right or am I right? Right? When you're around other people who live with vision, who live with purpose, who live with this deep calling and knowing, it's hard to be by yourself, but it's easier to do it with other people. And so This year, we actually put forth what's called the Rise Advocates Ambassadors. This is a group of women who've actually graduated from our 8-week academy. They've either gone through the 6-month Ignite program or they've done 6-month executive coaching with me. And now we are ready to come together as ambassadors to put forth this declaration that we said. So I'm assembling with our ambassadors, and we're actually meeting every 2 weeks. And it's beautiful because I'm in company with them. But what I start to see is that our ambassadors are doing amazing work. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait, whoa. Wow, look at this. Evidence of the things that we have been talking about and getting out in the world. And I have to just put a shout out there for our ambassadors. And this is what you're going to be hearing today. So today I want to share with you that our ambassadors are actually living out our manifesto. They're living out the declaration that they put upon their lives. And I want to just shout out Sharlyn Katzner, who you're going to be hearing me talk a lot about her because she's been with me since the beginning. She started in 2020. She took the academy, and we have just been staying in contact, sharpening one another, giving her this knowing that she is bright, brilliant, amazing woman who has so much to give to this world. And she told me right away, I want to become an advocate, right? I want to speak for justice. And this was in 2020. Fast forward, of course, after her negotiating her salary upwards of 40 to 50%, actually learning how to reposition herself in her career. She took a hold of this vision of her being a leader of justice and became a part of the League of Women Voters in Bowling Green, Ohio. And then, of course, as you all know, if you've been following our page, she just actually started a candlelight vigil and had over 200 people in the square in Bowling Green, the city of Bowling Green, Ohio, speaking with a microphone and telling everyone what she believes in for democracy. Oh my gosh. And if you aren't excited about that, something is wrong with you. That is our Sharlyn Katzner. And this is a person who I just have known, I don't look for flashy things. I don't look for flashy people who seem to me to have the energy of just kind of wanting to be, a one-time wonder and just get something and not really give something. And I will tell you, Sharlyn Katzner is just one of those beautiful inside and out women who has this steadiness about her, and her energy is on point. You can tell she does not mess around. And when she speaks with purpose, and people listen. And this is our Sharlyn Katzner. Shout out to Shar. Cue the confetti. We'll hear a lot more of her in a podcast that we're going to be putting out here in the next 3 weeks. Let me give you another shout out. I got to give another shout out to Catherine Phillips. Catherine and I worked diligently with her when she was in her company, setting forth some of the things that I knew. And it was very difficult for her. She went through some difficult times in her corporate position, like a lot of corporate women, when there are some issues of people trying to keep her small, right? And she had to stand up in that. She had to be the David in the Goliath situation and set forth what she believed in. And as a result of that, so many doors opened up for her. She's now a full-time professor at Bowling Green State University and had been wanting to talk more about her story. Her story is amazing. And she actually went on the TEDx stage, y'all, in Bowling Green to speak her story on the power of no. That's N-O, the power of no. And her story and the way in which she shared her story set a ripple effect, not only in just Bowling Green, but the world. You see, what we are doing in the Rise Advocates movement is about setting forth seeds and letting the ripple effect happen in the world. That is what I began to see. And as I was starting to get into my little head, I said, get out of that. See what's happening. And you know what I started to realize? My job with this vision is to step into and invest in my people, invest in them, serve them at the highest level, let them know that they are seen, they are heard, they are valued. And as a result, It will be because of our ambassadors and all of the women who are coming through, who see the vision, right? Because this isn't for everyone, right? I know it's for the right woman. We've called her Sophia. Sophia is our avatar name, but the Sophia lives through Sharlyn Katzner. Sophia lives through Catherine Phillips. And of course, most recently, Ebony Carter, who was on the stage as a rising star in the YWCA's milestone. That's a whole nother story that I can't wait to share more about. But here she is, Ebony, sharing her story and what she has coined the phrase of allowing her community to speak for her. These are our three Rise advocates. And of course, our fourth is Darlene Cox, who is really putting forth a significant vision of her taking her company to the next level into the 2025 and beyond. More to hear about Darlene and all of the amazing things that she is doing with her life. And most importantly, getting her health together. You see, what we do is we're not out here trying to like be showboaty. We're here out putting truth into the universe, putting forth the vision that we see in our lives. And so I say all that to say because, this vision, it's going to take time, right? And the more that I think, step into, and believe that things are going to happen and know that it's already so, it will happen. And my question to you is, where are you in that? I'm going to pull out this, as you know, every single time I go live, I pull out our handy dandy Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, weekly newsletter downloads. These aren't just your standard downloads. These are pockets of inspiration and hope coming into your inbox to help you ride the storm and to rise above it and to understand that you are going to have a new awakening, a new dawning, a transformation that's in your inbox. So let me take a moment. I'm going to put on my glasses to read to you what we talked about in today's download. And I want to share this question with you is, what's one thing you promised yourself at the start of the year? And more important, are you ready to stop waiting and actually make it happen? That's my question to you, right? Are you actually here to have your next opportunity for rising? That's my question. I want to let you know that I'm casting a net. I'm casting this invitation to you to have your opportunity to rise, to really step into boldly and confidently the truth, being comfortable with discomfort, and to actually know what that means. It's powerful to have that type of mindset. And so I want to set forth an opportunity. I want you to consider coming into our next, I want you to consider coming into our next webinar. And I had to pause for a moment because I wanted to make certain that I have this written here, because you guys know when you join me live, we are live. Things happen that I need to edit. And so I want to put this here that our next webinar is going to be on Thursday. That's Thursday, April 2nd, April 3rd. All right. That's Thursday, April 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we would love it, of course, if you would attend. And so it is going to be on Thursday, April 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's how to break free from the need of external validation. And we have what I call 3 unexpected truths, right? Unexpected strategies that will give you the peace, recognition, and acknowledgement that you actually want in your life without overworking, overthinking, constantly explaining yourself, and faking it like you have it all together. I mean, who doesn't want something like that? I would want you to be able to have that. And so I want to give you the link to join the webinar. And I'm going to put it here in a second. And it is going, I'm going to put it here. And I'm I'm just going to actually give you the actual website. Well, sign. Okay. Up. All right. So here it is. Well, you know what? Sometimes we don't get it all right. Here it is. So it is going to be riseadvocatesacademy.com/sign up. So I would love for you all to join us for that time and to register for this, because we promise you, you will walk away with value, because we are value overload. This is the message that I wanted to share with you today, and I want you to understand that it's your opportunity to rise. April is here, and if you're not feeling this sense of revival, this sense of renewal, this sense of opportunity, I would imagine that you're probably spending a lot of time watching the news, being concerned, being scared, being overwhelmed, fearful, and doubting what's next. That's the reason why you're not seeing that there's an opportunity ahead of you. And I can see how that could happen, right? I can see why you're frustrated, why you're stressed, you're down, and then you're in fear. I can see that. I just don't subscribe to that, right? I don't subscribe to fear. I subscribe to opportunities. And I'm crazy enough to believe that. And that's the reason why I'm here with you today. April is here. It's your next opportunity to rise. And I just want to close with, please join up for our webinar. The webinar is going to be on April the 3rd. That's this Thursday. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to hear from you. Please let me know if these are valuable on the replay. Please let us know if you are interested in listening, hearing from, or having a specific topic that you are wanting us to focus on. And this is an opportunity for us all to connect. So I look forward to connecting with you, to being in community with you. And if you continue to follow us and you say, I really want to be in community with you all, not sure if you can join the webinar, no worries. Just come on to our website, or just join us on our community through the link, and we can share that with you. We'll put that in the notes, and we look forward to continuing to journey with you. So if I see you tomorrow, April 9th, or excuse me, goodness, April 3rd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on this webinar, the link riseadvocatesacademy.com. And of course, if you don't join us, we'll be back here live on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook on Friday. That's Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, my friends, until then, have a great day.